What is up, everybody? Welcome to VH1's Love and Hits Listings pre-show. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to break down the beginning of this show, and we're super excited to have it go. Let's go. Let's get it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz...
Everything.
Yes.
What is going on? New show, new panel. Same gangsters. Same gangsters. You know what it is.
You know
What's
it.
up, everybody? Super excited for this new show, VH1's Love and Listings, new reality show on VH1. I'm super excited. I am your host, Lim Gonzalez, and next to me, we are reunited, and it feels so good. Got my girl Angel Taylor in the building.
Hey guys, missed you guys. So glad to be on the new panel.
Yes.
On the new show.
New show.
That's
New
hot.
show.
Newness.
Yes.
And she's new to me, but she's not new to the world because she's amazing. Miss Nima Sky in the building.
Hey, sky.
All day, all day, all day, all day. And anchoring this panel, you gotta love her, you know, because she dances out of nowhere. She'll just break into it. Shannon O'Connor in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? New friends, new show. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm stoked.
Yeah, super excited. So VH1's Love and Listings, it actually premieres tomorrow. Actually tonight, excuse me. It premieres tonight, 9 Central. We'll be doing our after show tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for the after show. We go live at 7:10 Pacific Standard Time. You know how it is, but basically just a pretext to the show. So we have Suge Jacob Knight, who is Suge Knight's son, and we see that he is breaking himself into the real estate world, trying to make a better name for his family. And we do see that he is in contact with his dad, who we know is in prison, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. It is called Love and Listings, so there's going to be some love drama. So what do you think first about seeing Mr. Jacob Knight on your screen?
I think it's great because, you know, when we think about anything with the name Suge Knight, we think about gangster.
Of course.
But I think that he's definitely doing something great. I mean, at the same time, you have to respect, you know, the game. So he knows how the, you know, the real game works, but he's bringing the game to the real estate. And I feel like real estate is something where you have to have that grime and that grit. So I think that he's going to be amazing. And I just can't wait to see who's really going to win this thing.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, yes,
For
absolutely.
real.
When I first saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, he looks so much like his dad.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like in shock because first of all, I didn't even realize Suge Knight had a son, and then to actually see him on screen and he's doing real estate, I'm like, oh, that's a nice little twist there. So I'm really excited about the show. I'm excited about his love interest, or whoever's love interest puts the love in Love and Listings. So it's about to be a great season.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the competition between all the realtors because, you know, it's all based on commission. Like, everybody wants to get that sale. So I'm more on, like, that side, like that juicy drama side of things.
The
So,
grind.
we'll see. Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a competition. There's a like-minded show. I don't watch it, but I know very well. It's $1 Million Listings.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of deal with that. That's on Bravo,
Yeah.
I believe.
Right.
And they deal with kind of the competition between realtors who are in this high-end real estate game. And so I think we're going to see a lot of this, but with the love, you know, involved in it. Speaking of love, we see Taylor Swartz, who is... She's not Jacob's love interest. He says it's his best friend. They know each other for years. You know, best
That's what they all
friends
say.
go.
That's what they all say.
Right. But he also says she's fine and this and that.
He's giving us them little gems.
I'll read a little blurb about her. So it says she's a rookie agent. Despite her young age, she is forced to be reckoned with, and she has the charm, smarts, and beauty to reel in new clients.
Yes.
So, but it also says that she has a fiery temper, which I know is going to lead to some drama, and especially with Andrew Clicksdale, who is actually is going to be our guest next tomorrow night.
I checked him out, Andrew. We can't wait to have you on the show.
Right.
I know.
And he is a top agent at one of the Beverly Hills most prestigious real estate agencies. Now, when I was looking at this, I saw they had like a kind of a teaser. So they had like 10 minutes of the first episode. So I watched that, and I saw that they're all coming from different real estate agencies. I thought they were all the real
That's
estate.
crazy.
So that's even more
It's a
because
different kind of,
exactly.
You know, beast is like, okay, you come from this family, that family. So I mean, even
Exactly.
though you are a realtor, I feel like every different, you know, agency has their own personality.
Way of doing
for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you all think about the celebrities we're going to see?
Ooh, it's almost kind kind of like, you know, when you watched Ashton Kutcher on Getting Punked.
Well,
it's like
well,
you.
oh yeah, punk.
No, Punked. You celebrities. They kind of like show you who they really are. So,
Yeah.
and then I'm pretty sure they're probably going to push them a certain way. So I'm just kind of interested to see how these stars are actually going to react.
Yeah.
So push them a certain way, meaning the scripted part, or you think it's reality?
true colors.
Reality, you know what I mean? I mean, because like once you get them outside of like, you know, having to be a star and you get them into, I mean, first of all, we're talking about them making a selection on what house they're going to buy. This is money, you know, this is
huge
so much.
decision,
Right, it's a huge decision.
investment.
So we're going to be able to see these stars in like a whole different light. And then I don't know, maybe somebody's going to flirt. Because
yeah.
it is love and listing, so,
That's
you know.
true.
That wouldn't be bad at all.
I can definitely
That'd be
see
great.
that
Juicy.
happening, like to get that closing to kind of, you know, and I can see it going both ways. The guys with the women clients
Yeah.
and vice
Listen.
versa. One of the other cast members, his name is Zach Dials. He was part of the teaser that they showed. He's a former professional football player, and he has since suited up for this new type of game called real estate. So I can definitely see.
That was a good one.
I like that. That was
So
dope.
I can definitely see him being someone, obviously getting the NFL clients, a lot of the
Yes.
sports clientele, them trusting in him. It's kind of like Ballers. I don't know if you know the
Yeah,
show HBO
definitely watched
Ballers.
it.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of his whole stick, as he was a former player. I got your back, you know, trust me type thing. I could definitely see that. There's also one that I really thought was dope because I can definitely relate. Ajani Scott.
Yes,
she's
I
the
loved
one.
her.
She's a part-time waitress. And she's trying to break into this real
Hustle,
estate
girl.
game.
Hustle,
listen.
hustle.
I'm on that
hustle.
grind.
So you
I
gotta
know how
be
it
careful
is.
for those people, you know, who's coming from a whole different, you know, space, because they're gonna bring a whole different like tenacity,
Like,
a whole
we
different
gotta
grinding
close
grit,
this
like,
deal. Like,
yeah.
we
Customer
got
service.
They bring
Yeah,
a whole
she
different
knows.
hunger. It's like, listen,
Oh, and the customer service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
Hey, I'm on the serving grind too, like
Yeah.
the 3-job thing. So when
Yeah.
you're able to like multitask and read people, like that's a whole nother
because
ballgame.
those
you
are
know?
your customers.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's Jamaican. Look at her.
Already, we got Jamaicans on the panel. son.
Making me crazy.
Yes. One of the people that she's looking up to is Eric Miles, and he's kind of taken Ajani on his apprentice in his own agency. So he's kind of making boss moves. He says, but the stakes are high as Ajani learns to put her money where her mouth is, which jeopardizes Eric's A-list clients. So it seems like that there's going to be kind of a tug-of-war situation where Ajani's kind of coming in the game, and he's got this A-list clientele, and then she may be ruffling some feathers or rubbing people the wrong way, maybe not knowing the jargon.
Yeah.
And when
That
you
is
have
so important.
exactly.
Like, real estate is like learning an entirely, like a new language completely. I'm in the second class of my real estate studies.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
girl.
okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
have been on the show.
I know, right? I am studying with California Realty, and it is so hard to just get the vocabulary down.
Oh my gosh.
Like, real estate jargon is real. And you will have high-end clients who have multiple properties, and if you are not at least at their level, you should be above their level, more advanced, knowing more than them. But if you're not at least at their level, they are going to sniff you out and spit you out. I can just feel that. So
Yeah.
I'm looking for that on the show.
What's your credibility? You know, like they're trusting you with their like millions of dollars.
So
Oh,
it's,
of course.
So it's like,
so it's basically like the realtor spelling bee.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Your word
that could be a
is
segment.
anti-establishmentarianism.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you
go
don't
ahead.
just have to know how to spell it, you gotta know what it means
Right.
and
And
use
break
it
it
in a
down.
sentence.
Yeah.
And use it the correct
The
way in a
origin.
Right.
sentence.
Yeah.
Put a
Exactly.
comment in it.
I remember, and I can relate to this because I was not in real estate, but I was a loan officer for 9 years.
Oh my God.
So you
another
know.
life.
Well, I
So,
need your expertise in my field.
I
Okay,
mean, you
go
know,
ahead.
I got you. It's been a minute. But yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing. It's like not only were you competing against the people that worked at your job to get those customers, but also you had, you know, rival agencies, loan agencies that would be trying to steal your clients. So you basically had
it's
to
a
have
game.
major game, you know, be like,
Right.
no, come with us. And I will say this, our company, they're no longer in business, but we had like the high rates. No,
Okay.
no.
I don't want to say it out loud.
Right. But we had some high rates, so we had to like be, kind of
Show them other ways, the reason why
Yeah,
they benefits
exactly.
outside of the
Yeah.
high.
And
the
that's
high
why
interest
they're
rate.
not in business.
if you pay bi-weekly, you can pay it off in less time.
Oh, that sounds like
Oh
something.
yeah, we did.
Only
we
$10
did.
a day.
Bi-weekly mortgage.
I'm
How do
telling
you
you,
like
bi-weekly
those
hours.
That
apples?
sounds scary.
Yeah.
It was like I said, they're
Sound
no
like a
longer in
layaway
business.
plan.
They're no longer in business, and that's
you know
why.
what? We are not about to stress out twice a month. Like it's bad enough we stress out that
Right.
once a
Every
month,
week.
first
I'm
of the
telling
month.
you.
Oh my
Listen,
god!
telling you.
if that's the case, that means that I should pay off my house really soon.
Right.
I
There
mean,
we
you
go.
will.
There we go. Another person that we need to look out for is Samantha Barretto. So she recently moved to LA, but the drama is that she's working for one of the most prestigious agencies in Beverly Hills, but while running in the same industry circles as her ex-boyfriend, Zach. So her feelings for him begin to heat back up and start to affect her personal life.
You know what they say.
Yeah.
You don't blank where you blank,
where you
right?
Well,
Yeah. So we talked about Jacob and his love interest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really think, the best friend is gonna, swoop in. But there is another young lady that has her eyes on Jacob. And so her name is
Competition?
Who
yeah.
doesn't
He's a
have their
cutie.
eyes
I know.
on
I was
Jacob?
like, he's a
Cute.
stud.
Right.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Her name is
Right.
Sarah Shepard, and she's a proven real estate power player, but she originally conquered the market in Orange County. So now she's
wow.
making her moves. Overcoming some personal struggles, she embraced her sobriety. She now has turned over a new leaf in LA, but she begins an off again, on again relationship with Jacob, which leads to friction between him and other agents.
Jeez. Is there like
know,
a Tinder
when-
just for realtors? I feel like this is like so.
But like the thing is,
But
like,
you better
Tinder.
patent that. Go patent that.
don't take
like,
it, anybody.
right
Yeah.
now.
I don't know, but it's not gonna be
I'm
a lot
like,
of people.
wow, this is-
You're gonna run into a lot of people.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a game, it's a mindset. Like you just have to know people, and you have to know how to talk the right way, and you have to be manipulative. I mean,
But see, it's really good for realtors to connect because only another realtor will know what realtors go through.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you're having a dry season, I'm going to be thriving so we can,
Or it gets
It's
on
all
the
about
competition
relationship.
level where it's like, shoot.
It will be a competition, but it's good because if you're in the same household, you're both eating, both
Right.
winning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
never down because you're always up when I'm down. Like
Yeah.
it'll balance out. It'll be a
Yes.
it
nice
always
one.
balances out. I mean, because you guys can be able to build an empire together because you guys are pretty much in the same industry. So you bring what you have and what he has or what they have, and you just kind of bring it together and make it a whole family.
Yeah, learning from other people's mistakes because one thing realtors have on each other's, like the experienced ones, they'll know the game. They'll be like, okay, don't do this, don't say that, don't go there. This is not good. Whereas the new ones, we don't really know that yet. So if you get with an experienced one, I'm saying for you new realtors, you might want to go get you an experienced
Working on
realtor.
game.
You can shave a couple of years of mistakes off of your belt, and hey,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
you got a pretty prosperous
win-win.
business.
Absolutely.
That's all.
We know what
I
your
like how you're
strategy
thinking.
is.
Yeah.
Listen.
So let's talk about some of the celebrities we're going to see on the show. So Jermaine Dupri is
Yes.
making an appearance. Jordan Sparks, Amber Rose, Ray J, Brandy, his sister, and Laz Alonso. Just naming a few. And so I think it's going to be interesting when we see them, kind of come into that situation where they're wanting to buy a house, but maybe two of them are fighting for their attention or for their business. Because one of the things that our sister that was basically, she's waitressing and then breaking into it. In the pre-show that I saw today, she's basically she just said need one sale because her boss, Eric, is like, yo, I need you to quit the job at some point because these clientele, they're very demanding. They very demanding, and you're talking about because he wants to introduce her first client is going to be Sean Kingston. And so,
That's a
and
name
so
I
we
haven't
said-
heard in a while. Why
Right.
did everybody start giggling?
So he's basically saying like, look, you got to get off the job. But her thing is
Yeah.
like, because it's all commission.
I need to pay rent.
It's
I need to pay rent.
Yeah.
So she's looking for that big break.
Right.
And so I can see how a situation like that can come in where she's maybe at work and they're trying to get a hold of her and then they can't, because when you're talking about a $2-3 million home, you can
Yes.
imagine what that is to the company that's
Right.
like that gets that deal.
Absolutely.
That's some major paper.
Yeah.
And there's no way you want to leave that on the table or in that have someone else pick that
I mean,
up.
you know what they say, whatever you focus on is, where you're going to get your results from. So
Sure.
I think at the end of the day, she's probably going to have to make a decision where she's going to have to end up leaving that job, but it's going to be the best thing that,
That ever
right,
happened.
that
It's
ever happened. Because
sacrifice.
again, like I said
Yeah.
before, $2 million versus whatever you're getting. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more of like an hourly versus like something that can change your entire life.
Well, she said the commission off the house she would if Sean Kingston bought from her would be like a year's salary.
See?
Yeah.
That's
I
wild.
would put all
So-
my focus into
Yes.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I'll figure it out.
So
That's what-
yeah, I believe that's
Yeah.
what she said. So it's a large chunk of money, and so her thing is like, oh, okay, if I get that, then we're good.
That's why
Yeah.
it's so good to do real estate here in California. Like my cousin does real estate in Texas, and
Oh, yeah.
what she
Texas
makes
is
when
good.
she closes homes, like you can make off of one deal like what she makes in like 3 or 4.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, girl, you working too hard. Look.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
What you
Texas.
make.
Yeah.
I know,
mean,
like they have to work so
property value
hard.
is-
Right.
The property value is different, but in California, everything is on $1 million.
Like the
land.
median is million.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
million. It's
That's
million.
just
So-
the median.
And that's
Right.
why we're doing Love and Listings based in this city because listen, this is where the money is.
It's where the money is,
Yeah.
where the celebrities are.
Yes.
And I think I think the show is going to be really good because it's going to show us a lot of fronts. We're going to get the drama, of course.
Right.
We're going to get the love aspect, but we're also going to get some business acumen, which I think is good, especially for people that are in the business or wanting to be in the business and trying to see what's really out there and what you can do. Because one of the things that I think is really important, just on a forefront, I love how you said you own your home already. So, I mean, that's where the money is at. That's
Yeah.
where your investments are. That's
Right.
where your retirement is. All of that is in property. And people that are millionaires and billionaires, they will tell you, like, buy property because
Right.
Yeah.
that's the asset that appreciates instead of, cars and things that depreciate.
And I think,
clothes.
and I
Exactly.
also think it's a great thing for our culture, because
Absolutely.
we are investing in a lot of different things. At this point, I feel like everybody is pretty much a free agent. We do whatever we want to
Yeah.
do, but at the end of the day, just like Nipsey Hussle, not that we're making it about him, he said, listen, if you don't own anything, then you ain't really have no money.
Boom.
So at the end of the day, I feel like this is going to be really more of a education for our culture, to kind of put them on game about, okay, you have money, you want the fame, but what can you really put your money into that can actually grow for you over a
Absolutely.
period
Yeah.
of time? So
Absolutely.
I'm just ready to see
Yeah.
this.
Do y'all think it's
Yeah.
going to be a good mix of like the drama and like the tips and how like the real estate actually goes down, or do you think it's gonna be more drama?
I think it's
I
gonna
think it's
be
gonna be
more
drama.
drama
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
out because they have to have viewership.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
not
You have to
go
make it
ahead
interesting, right?
and commit the
Keep it real.
viewers first because it is a reality show.
Yeah.
Let's commit the viewers to, okay, now we can go into a season 2 because we have our viewers, right? So maybe it'll be more on the educational side later on, but right now it's all about
It's
the
about
juice.
love.
Yeah.
Listen.
We got to get
They
that
want to.
juice.
They want to.
Yeah.
Like you said, they want to get the viewers.
Yeah.
And I believe this first season is just 8 episodes. So
Okay.
yeah, they're starting off, trying to test in the waters. And I remember when Andrew first told me about it. This was like some months ago. They were still shopping it around. So VH1 ended up purchasing the show. So it'll be interesting. And VH1, Love and Hip Hop
Hip-hop.
Yeah.
is their flagship show. And they have a lot of other reality shows
You know all about
that I
that,
could
don't
see.
you, boo?
So I could see how they can formulate that where this is being a home, how the show is going to resonate. It's going to be similar to some of their other reality shows. But I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be dope. Yeah, I'm excited to have guests come in, because they're here in LA and talk to them and get, like the drama, but also get the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If we don't see.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our pre-show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure, again, we go live every Tuesday at 7:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have been your host, Lim Gonzalez, and you can find me everywhere at Lim Gonzalez. And so, where you at?
Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram at AngelTaylor_.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Nima Sky.
You can find me on Instagram at shenanigans.tv.
Shenanigans.
That's right, everybody. We all about the shenanigans here. Make sure you see us tomorrow night. Stay tuned. It's going to be dope. Love and Listings. Get your life.
Get your
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.